Disclaimer: the story of Dr. Aarav Singh, the Street Samaritan, is a work of fiction created for inspirational and entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to real individuals, events, or locations is purely coincidental. The characters, events, and settings in this narrative are the product of the author's imagination and do not represent specific real-life occurrences or people. While the story is meant to celebrate the power of compassion and community service, it should not be regarded as an accurate account of any actual events or individuals in Mumbai or elsewhere. The Street Samaritan. Dr. Aarav Singh had earned a reputation as the beloved healer of Dharavi. His unwavering dedication to the people of the slum had transformed not only their lives but also his own. However, Dr. Singh's compassion knew no bounds, and he felt a calling to extend his healing touch beyond the confines of Dharavi. One warm afternoon, after a long day at his clinic in Dharavi, Dr. Singh decided to take a stroll through the bustling streets of Mumbai. As he ventured into the heart of the city, he couldn't help but notice the stark contrast between the slum's poverty and the urban chaos surrounding him. Homeless individuals, beggars, and destitute families crowded the pavements, their faces marked with despair. Dr. Singh's heart ached for them. He couldn't ignore their suffering, and he knew he had the skills and the empathy to make a difference. With a determined spirit, he set up a makeshift clinic right there on the crowded streets of Mumbai. Armed with a small medical kit and a heart full of compassion, he began treating anyone who approached him. Word spread quickly about the kind doctor on the streets of Mumbai. People who had lost hope now saw a glimmer of it in Dr. Singh's presence. He tended to wounds, provided basic medical care, and offered comforting words to those who had been ignored by society for far too long. His clinic on wheels became a beacon of hope amidst the chaos of the city. As he continued his work, Dr. Singh faced challenges and obstacles, from skeptical authorities to occasional resistance from those who didn't understand his mission. But he persevered, fueled by a sense of purpose that transcended any obstacles in his path. With time, Dr. Singh's outreach program gained recognition and support from like-minded individuals and organizations. Donations flowed in, allowing him to expand his services and provide shelter, food, and education to the homeless and underserved in Mumbai. Dr. Aarav Singh's story continued to inspire people, not just in Dharavi but throughout the city. His dual role as the healer of Dharavi and the Street Samaritan made him a symbol of compassion, unity, and the power of one person to bring about change. His actions echoed a message that transcended boundaries and backgrounds, that kindness knows no borders, and that there is always an opportunity to heal, to help, and to make the world a better place. In the midst of a bustling metropolis, Dr. Aarav Singh showed that compassion could light up the darkest corners of society, proving that one person's determination and empathy could shine as a beacon of hope for all. Dr. Aarav Singh's work as the Street Samaritan continued to grow, and his impact rippled through the streets of Mumbai. People from all walks of life, including fellow medical professionals, social workers, and volunteers, joined his cause. They set up mobile clinics, distributed food, provided clothing, and even offered job training to those in need. One of the most heartwarming aspects of Dr. Singh's mission was the transformation he witnessed in the lives of those he helped. Many of the homeless individuals he assisted began to regain their self-esteem, finding a renewed sense of purpose. Some of them even joined his team, determined to give back to the community they were once a part of. The Street Samaritan initiative garnered local and international attention. Dr. Singh's story was featured in the media, and his efforts received support from individuals, businesses, and philanthropic organizations. With this growing support, he expanded his outreach to other parts of Mumbai, reaching more marginalized communities and making a difference in the lives of countless people. Despite the recognition and accolades, Dr. Singh remained humble and focused on his mission. He continued to walk the streets of Mumbai, providing aid to those who had nowhere else to turn. His work served as a powerful reminder that compassion was not limited to a specific location, and that it had the power to transcend borders, languages, and backgrounds. One sunny afternoon, as Dr. Singh was tending to a young girl's wound on a busy Mumbai street, he couldn't help but smile. He looked around at the transformed faces, those who had once been destitute but were now hopeful, and he knew that he was living his purpose. The story of Dr. Aarav Singh, the healer of Dharavi and the Street Samaritan, continued to inspire a growing network of people who believed in the healing power of compassion. Together, they were making Mumbai a better place, one act of kindness at a time. As Dr. Singh walked through the crowded streets of the city he loved, he knew that his journey was far from over. The compassion he had shared with so many had ignited a spark in others, and they, too, would continue to light up the lives of those in need. And in this way, the legacy of the Street Samaritan lived on, touching the hearts and souls of Mumbai's people for years to come.